So I'm Matt Saltzman, and I'm at Clemson University in the newly constituted School for Mathematical and Statistical Sciences. And I've been there for about going on 30 years. Before that, I was at University of Arizona. Before that, I was a graduate student at Carnegie Mellon. I was a mathematics student with a computer science concentration as an undergraduate, and it sort of felt like theoretical computer science was kind of arcane and not very applicable to people's real problems. Sort of wondered what this NP completeness thing was really good for. And so OR seemed like a good opportunity to apply those skills to really solve people's problems. And in the event, I went back to graduate school and took integer programming, and now I know what NP completeness is important about, and I've ended up working more on the actual math and computer science side than on solving people's real problems. But well, in the really early days, I think OR kind of overpromised what they would be able to do in terms of solving people's problems. And I got into it sort of after the disappointment had set in, and just at the beginning of, I think, two revolutions that have really changed the field dramatically. The first is computer technology, and the second is the development of some mathematical tools that have really helped us get algorithms to be much more efficient. And as a result, I think we're seeing a lot of that early promise is now being realized. And we're also starting to connect with other fields where we can influence what happens in the other fields, and we can also use the knowledge from other fields to influence what we're doing. So the whole project got started at IBM Research in 2000, and I was the first person from outside IBM to be invited to participate. So I was there at the launch in the summer of 2000. And the foundation was created in 2004. The project, when we originally started it, was intended to be spun off from IBM and to prove that we could build and sustain a community on our own. And I think we've done that pretty successfully. When we created the foundation, we had two main missions. One was, at the time, there were not real tools for building distributed communities of developers and users. So we set off to do that. That was kind of the first thing. And the other was to create a platform for publishing software that was high quality and sustainable and reusable in a way that's sort of similar to what academics do with research papers. And so right now there are better tools for doing the community stuff like GitHub, and so we're transitioning that function to GitHub, and we're about to make a serious effort to get back to working on that second mission. So mathematical thinking is key to doing well in almost any field, and I would say anybody who wants to be in practically any field would do well to get mathematical training. That was when I was trying to decide what to do with my life, and I hadn't figured it out yet as an undergraduate. That was the advice I got, and that's why I was a math major back then. And the other piece of advice is hone your computer skills, because almost everything we do in this field now is connected to computers, and doing that well is going to be what makes the field a success. It's long been the case that that goal of developing quality, reusable, sustainable software tools has not really been recognized by academic institutions in the same way that, publishing papers, knowledge creation has a very well established traditional way of doing that. And the Impact Prize really was reassuring in the sense that it showed that the field recognizes the importance of those ideas and appreciates them, even if our institutions still lag behind in their ability to do that. When I was a graduate student, early on, we had a seminar that described the connection between group theory and Rubik's Cubes, and we actually got a sheet of paper with an algorithm to take home to try out. So I've had the algorithm for that long. I'm not a competitive high-speed Rubik's Cube solver, though. Well, the kind that has the staple remover at the back is still functional for that purpose. And then makes a good light-duty hammer and a good prop for my cell phone when I want to watch videos.